Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another comic book review. And today we're going to take a look at Bigfoot Bill, Shadow of the Mothman, which is written and drawn and created by Doug TenNapel. And this was the first book that I actually heard about Doug TenNapel when he was back in the Comicsgate streams back in like 2018 or so. I backed this, and I believe I got it in February of 2019. And this is the original book. This is before he was doing all that fancy gold-plated stuff. But all the same, just the quality of the book being a huge, book with larger pages for a person that's sort of vision impaired. And I like to see things, bigger text and whatnot. But yeah, this is quite good. And, just after doing the review for Earthworm Jim 2 and reading this again so I could do a review of this, these two characters are so similar. Like, even you see with the eyes, with Earthworm Jim, he has the one pupil that's bigger than the other. And if I remember right, this one came out first, before the first Earthworm Jim book. This one came out in 2019, and then Earthworm Jim 1 came out in 2020, or vice versa. And I think there was like sort of a struggle to get the rights again to work on Earthworm Jim again. So he was doing this character, and there's a lot of similar characteristics between the two. But yeah, this is overall quite good. Oh, look at that. This actually has a signature. Back then, I guess, wasn't selling hundreds of thousands of copies like he is now. But here's some credits, colored by Kelsey Shannon and Catherine Garner. I know Catherine Garner's done all the other books, and dedication page right there. And it starts off in Los Angeles in the Crypto Zone, and talks about all the various creatures, all the urban legends, the Jersey Devil, the Jackalope, the Slender Man, and even the Bigfoot. So here's Bigfoot Bill running around naked, and he's figured out that he actually has a family. You lied to me, I'm going to escape. And he's goofy. He's goofy, sort of like Earthworm Jim, and but he's a lovable Goofy. So he's trying to escape, and then you also meet this character, Agent Beckner, and he's got all the hots for this woman, Sharon, Agent Sharon, and he's got this card here. 1, Sharon, will you get coffee with me? 2, get coffee. 3, get married, from Bigfoot Bill. God, if it was that easy, we'd all be married, I guess. Anyway, so Bigfoot Bill's trying to escape, but he gets the tranquilizer and he gets rounded up and meets the chupacabra, who gives him a taco. He's like, "No, don't eat it, stupid. I hid something in there." He gives him a nail file so that I guess he can file his way through and get out. And he meets this old man, the Poseidon. And he says, "Dude, you got to get out and go in the air ducts and find the finger of Poseidon so that we can all escape." And so Beckner shows up, and he's got this memory wiping device, and he was told by what's the guy's name, General Skinner. He's like the leader of this whole operation, and he says, "I got to erase your memories," but he doesn't want to because he sort of has a relationship with Bigfoot Bill. You saw at the card where he gave him the dating advice. What the hell he knows about dating, I don't know, but hey, he knows more than this guy. So then you have the Mothman here, who is plotting his escaping. You meet all these other characters. You got the chupacabra. You got the skunk guy. You got this unicorn, and but they're sort of having a good time. They don't really mind what's going on. They're playing their games and stuff. And then Bigfoot Bill makes his way back. Actually, there's a funny scene. Let me see. I think the pages are sticking together. Yeah, they are? No. Or do we already see it? Where he walked by. No, I don't know. I'm thinking of something else. But anyway, so he makes his way out with the air dunks so that he can free everybody. And actually, this is pretty funny because he's thinking of all the cards and everything. And she says, "Beckner, yes, would you like to get coffee?" Like, he's so nervous around her. But he finds the finger of Poseidon and puts it on his arm and makes his way out. And the Kraken here, who was in the cage in the cell with the Poseidon, I guess can only be wielded unless you have the finger of Poseidon. And now Bill has it, so he's being pulled against his will. And he gets attached to the Bigfoot. And, it disrupts the whole cryptic zone, and everyone makes their escape, including Poseidon. And Poseidon is sort of like the villain. Sort of, I guess, starts off as the anti-hero, but then turns into the villain. And then the Mothman is really evil. He just wants to use his powers and turn everyone into his lunch. So they all escape, and he he quits. And here's a funny line too: the Jersey Devil. It's the Jersey Devil. It's the LA nobody. Right? And so Beckner got fired, and he's got all his stuff coming home, and he's like, "Yo, your dog is so cool, man." Like, I don't have a dog. And he goes in there, and Bigfoot Bill's in there, just causing a mess in his apartment, and he's passing off as a dog to some stoner. But yeah, the color's great, artwork's great. These books are an absolute treat from Doug. I said it with my review for Earthworm Jim that, a child can read this, you can read it to a child, and you can read it yourself as an adult. And you find a sense of humor in it. It's sort of like the old cartoons back in the day. Like, even, I remember watching SpongeBob as a kid, and my parents not being annoyed watching it with me, knowing that there was, like, sort of inside jokes that they could understand. And it's still entertaining. And that's always a good way to do a cartoon. Like, even the older Disney movies did that so well, where you had, like, for instance, one of my favorites is The Lion King from the 90s, the original one. And, your parents can watch it and still like it. And you as a child can watch it and like it. But yeah, you get this big battle at the end with the Mothman, and Bigfoot Bill is, possessed by the Kraken, and they have a great battle at the end. And, I think I skipped it a little too much, but, they send him to the netherworld of Hades. And that's the end. And he's buddies with Beckner, and they decide to live together. And he's like, "Oh, we gotta invite a few of our other friends." So he invites the Chupacabra and the unicorn, who I believe his name is Judgy. And Chupacabra's talking to Poseidon in the toilet in the water, and he's like, "Yo, get that finger from me. It'll be the end." Oh, the end. So it ends right there. And we also got Bigfoot Bill that came out, so I'll be doing a review for that shortly as well. But yeah, terrific book. Like I said, I don't think you can get it right now, but if there are any links or anything, I'll link them below, but probably on eBay. It's just probably more expensive. I mean, I got all his books for like $25 for the initial campaign. And this is the one that didn't come in the fancy box that all the others did. And usually is great with some of the, even with this one, there was like a trading card and a bookmark and stuff. But he set the gold standard for sending extras with trading cards and prints and posters and stickers and all sorts of good stuff. But yeah, you can really see the similarities between Bill and Earthworm Jim, even with their eyes. Like, let me see, because I think I have it right here. So, yeah, just look at their eyes. They're so similar. He's got the one big pupil and the one small one, and same thing with Jim. And this one, obviously Earthworm Jim was created back for the video games back in the day and for the cartoon in the 90s. But when he was doing the comics, he did this comic first. And it's cool to see the similarities. But let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more comic book reviews coming soon. Have a great day, everybody.